Hi everyone, I am Dr. R. Soumya, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. The subject is Electron Devices and Circuits. Here we are going to see the topic BJT configuration. In this video, students can understand the concept of BJT configuration. There are three types of BJT configurations. They are common base configuration, common emitter configuration, common collector configuration. Let us see what is common base configuration. Common base terminology is derived from the fact that base is common to both input and output of the configuration. Base is usually the terminal closest to or ground potential. All current directions will refer to conventional flow, and the arrow in all electrical symbol have a direction defined by this conversion. Note that the applied biasing voltage are such as to establish the current in the direction indicated for each branch. So this is the diagram for the common base configuration. Here PNP and NPN transistors are used. Here the base is, there are three terminals we know, collector, emitter and base. Here in common base configuration, base is common for the input and output, and the base is grounded. To describe the behavior of common base amplifier requires two set of characteristics: input characteristics and output characteristics. The output characteristics have three basic regions: active region, cutoff region and saturation region. So active region is defined by biasing arrangements, cutoff region where the collector current is 0 watt, and saturation region of the characteristics of the left of BCB equal to 0. So these are the input output characteristics. The first one shows the input characteristics. Here the curve is drawn between the voltage, base voltage and the output current, emitter current. There are three regions: active region, saturation region and cutoff region. In the common base configuration, in the active region IE is increased, base emitter junction forward bias and collector base junction is reverse bias. In the saturation region, base emitter and common base junction, collector base junction is a forward bias. In the cutoff region, the region below the line IE equal to 0. Next, let's see about the common emitter configuration. So it is also called common emitter configuration, that is emitter follower. Emitter is common or reference to both input and output terminal. Emitter is usually the terminal closest to or at the ground potential. Almost amplifier design is using connection of common emitter due to high gain for current and voltage. Two set of characteristics are necessary to describe the behavior common emitter, that is input and output characteristics. So this is the diagram for the common emitter configuration. Here the emitter is common. The input output characteristics. The input characteristics, the curve is drawn between the base voltage and the base current. This is the output characteristics. Here we can mention three regions: active region, saturation region and cutoff region. In the active region, base emitter junction is forward bias, common collector base junction is the reverse bias. In the saturation region, base emitter and collector base junction is forward bias, thus the value of IB and IC is too big. In the cutoff region, the region below IB equal to 0 microamps is to be avoided if undistorted output signal is required. Next one, common collector configuration. It is also called emitter follower. It is called common emitter configuration since both the signal source and the load share the collector terminal as a common connection point. The output voltage is obtained at emitter terminal. The input characteristics of common collector configuration is similar with common emitter configuration. This is the diagram for common collector configuration. For common collector configuration, the output characteristics are plot of IE and VEE for the range values of IB. Next, this output characteristics. Here the waveform is plotted between the IC and the VCE. Thank you.